Welcome to my studio here on the South Shores of Boston, Massachusetts. Actually, we're outside of my studio. My studio's right over here, and right to the left, which I have photographed before, is a Japanese water garden. So this spot right here is quite meditative. And how appropriate that would be, because starting this evening, I'm going to be beginning a retreat, which will last until Friday. So consequently, I'm going on a total media fast for the next 5 days. So you're not going to hear anything from me after this YouTube blog. So you may ask, what's the difference between a retreat and a vacation? And for me, there is a big difference between the two. For me, a vacation, for the most part, a vacation is a time to kind of just stop, unwind, and just completely relax. You can do that. It could be a staycation or somewhere off that you've never been before, or maybe a regular place that you really like to unwind and relax. But that's what the majority of time is spent doing. Very unlike a retreat. And I like to take retreats about once a year, ideally twice a year, every 6 months, but it usually pans out that I'm taking one once a year. A retreat, for me, while there are elements of relaxation in a retreat, for me a retreat is all about cleaning out your ears, readjusting your listening so that you can refocus yourself, reground yourself, and be able to hear your inner self. So the beginning of a retreat is all about that for me. And then as the retreat moves on, because you're listening better, because you're more in tune, you can start self-correcting, you can start redirecting, and you can start putting together a vision of what the next 6 months may look like, what the next 12 months may look like. And for me, this is a big part of this is an art retreat. So a big part of it is, where am I going in the next 6 to 12 months? Not only personally, but with my art. So this is a perfect place to begin a retreat of that nature. So it's going to be crickets on social media for the next 5 days. You're not going to hear anything from me. And this is a good time to be on retreat, because in the next 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, there's going to be a lot of big changes with my studio. A lot of things are happening, a lot of decisions are happening, and it needs to happen with a retreat to help me and guide me through those changes. I'm not going to tell you what all the changes are right now, but I'm going to at least give you one tidbit of information. And I mentioned this to you probably, 5 months ago. It's been in the works for a while. But I have a new website, and it looks like it's going to launch in 2 weeks. So that's one of the major changes that are going to happen, because it's so different than my current website, which I like. But this new website is going to be so user-friendly in looking at artwork and purchasing artwork. It's like night and day. So it's actually quite exciting. So keep your eye open for the new website. There'll be lots of fanfare before it launches. You'll be very well aware when it launches. But because it's going to be different, not only user-friendly wise, But the kind of artwork that's going to be on the site, I'm going to be dropping some collections, and some works are going to be delisted. So that's giving you a heads up. If you have had your eye on a particular piece, you've been debating whether you should purchase it or not, this is the time. You have 2 weeks. This is the time to purchase a piece if you've been debating about it. Because that piece, that collection, that series may not be on the new website. So I'm just giving you a warning, a heads up. If you've had something, if you've been eyeing something, this is the time to purchase that piece. So I will be seeing you in another 5 days. Until then, stay creative.